So anyways, we have a superstar. We have a social media influencer. We have Instagram celebrity. We have a chef, and he's handsome, and he's this, but is grass really greener on the other side? Do we really know how they live, or what do they do, and how he got there? Well, we don't know. There's one way to find out. Let's all give it up for Adam.
My great-grandmother married very young and had 8 children. Sorry. My great-grandmother married very young and had 8 children. She lived in the same place all her life and never had a career or got a chance to go for a vacation. I wonder if she had a dream about moving to another city or transforming her life. I bet she did, but back then, there were not as many opportunities as we have today. Thanks to technology, the internet, and an improved society, our lifestyles are completely transformed. We have so many choices. We can live pretty much anywhere we want. We can travel and see the world. We can secure jobs on the other side of the planet. We can even start our own businesses and serve clients thousands of miles away. Everything is at our fingertips. There is a wealth of opportunities for us, the Gen Y. Due to advancement of technology, transportation, and communication, we have so many choices. But the problem with having choices is that we become restless. We can't settle on what we already have or be satisfied with what we've got because we're always comparing ourselves with the life of others. We tend to see the beauty on other people's life whilst feeling uncomfortable and dissatisfied with our own life. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. The greener grass syndrome. It is so common now that you see people on social media whose life seems so perfect. They live in a gorgeous house. They have a good career. They have an amazing wardrobe. They have a wonderful partner. And they always go traveling together. And it seems like they always hire a professional photographer along with them. Because no matter where they go or what they do, the whole family just looks so perfectly beautiful. They're always posting on social media all those extravagant photos and videos. How many of you have seen that people on Instagram? How many of you envy those people you've seen on Facebook? How many of you wish to live life like those people you've seen on social media? We all do that, right? It's hard not to do because there are so many choices available for us. But that way of thinking is actually an illness. You may not realize that the time you spend on social media could actually hurt you. Researchers have revealed that comparing your life with other people on social media could actually lead to depression. Have you ever compared your life with someone else's life that you've seen on Instagram? Or look at your friend's life on Facebook and thought, why do I not have all the luck they have? You think someone else is having a better time elsewhere. You make your life miserable by constantly thinking about what they have that you don't have, about what they have achieved that you don't achieve. That way of thinking seems small. In fact, It might make you feel better in a moment, but that way of thinking is actually eating away your health. There are three elements of greener grass syndrome. That is the type of mindset that believe things are better over there, on the other side of the fence. The first one is what you see in yourself. We tend to feel that we're not as lucky as other people, not as rich as them, not as intelligent as them, or not as talented as them. We tend to feel sorry for ourselves. That self-pity is unhealthy. It's normal to be sad when something happened, but self-pity goes beyond that. You'll find yourself magnifying over your misfortune and start thinking things like, why did these things always happen to me? Why is my life not as smooth as other people's life? That way of thinking keeps you stuck. Even if you couldn't find a solution to your problem, you can always take a step back and calm down. Or even simply try to move on if you have no other choice. But you wouldn't be able to do that because you're so busy feeling pity for yourself. That's the second element of greener grass syndrome, is what you see in others. We spend our life thinking about, if only, then I'll be happy. That kind of tagline. If only I can drive a luxurious car, then I'll be happy. If only I can go on holiday in Maldives, then I'll be happy. If only I can live in a huge villa, then I'll be happy. If only I can speak English with an amazing accent, then I'll be happy. You see, everything is in here. You have a choice. It's up to you how to respond to those people whose life seems better than yours. It's okay to feel it that way because you have the power. Don't let go of your mental power. When you believe someone else is having a better time or better life than yours, you're giving away your power to them. And in the end, your mind will be controlled by those people whom you're comparing your life with. The third element of greener grass syndrome is what you see in life. We tend to think that life works like mathematics, that 1 + 1 = 2. We tend to think that if I work hard, I deserve promotion. If I study hard, I deserve high marks. Life doesn't work that way. Expecting things to pan out automatically because of your credential could lead to great disappointment. I know it's hard not to think like that. It's too common that we have expectations in life. But try to get rid of those thoughts, because you will hit a time in your life when things happened not the way you expected at all. So this is my life journey. When I was 22, I thought I had my life all figured out. I excelled in my honors degree. I had a job as a strategic planner in the prestigious company in Malaysia, the Petronas Oil and Gas. My first office was in the 71st floor, way up in the sky. I was the youngest employee who was trusted to lead major events for local and international audiences. I lived in the luxurious building right next to KLCC. I would spend at least 1 week every month at a 5-star hotels on business trip, so I thought my life is going to be great. I've got an incredible jump start on success at the age of 22. Nothing could ever go wrong, but I was wrong. All that changed after 5 years of my career, where I suddenly lost passion in what I was doing. It wasn't that bad at first, but the feeling of emptiness grew bigger and bigger. I started to realize that strategic planning wasn't what I want to do for the rest of my life. I started to discover my true passion in food. I love to cook. I came from a foodie family. Everyone in my family is a great cook, from my mom, to my dad, to my siblings, to my nephews and nieces. So I was planning for my career diversion at the age of 26. And they say, "Oh, Adam, you're having your pre-midlife crisis." That phase was the most unexpected phase in my life. I was in a stable job, but suddenly I diverted my path into something completely new. I have no idea how it's going to be. And most importantly, I'm not sure about the outcome. What if I still do not find happiness? What if I regret? All those sorts of what ifs questions came to my mind. But the last thing I knew, I had quitted my job. I started doing things from scratch. Everything was fresh and new for me. I got no experience, no background, nothing except for my true passion in food. I no longer had that fancy tie around my neck. No longer had that 5-figure salaries in my bank account. No more bonuses, no more 5-star hotels. Those friends who always hang out with me, they were all gone. You see, many people will claim to be your friend and want to be part of your life when you've got something that they can benefit from you. But the minute the thunderstorm occurs in your life, go check out how many of them will actually remain with you. That's what happened to me. I've got literally very few friends left. I truly felt like my life has turned from hero to zero. So I pushed myself forward. When you work for yourself, you gotta have determination and discipline at highest mode all the time. Because you set your own target. So I worked twice as hard as I used to work before. I worked for 24/7 all by myself. So one day I managed to sign up for a project in food. My very first project in my new career. I was so excited about it. I worked days in and days out for that project. I cracked my head off to create new recipes just to impress my collaborator. On the day where I supposedly celebrated my achievements, I found out that I was cheated. I found out that I was being used. That news was so disappointing. I felt like I got hit by a lorry. I didn't see that coming at all. I didn't prepare for those sort of tests right at the beginning of my new career. I worked my socks off, but earned nothing in return. I got really scared. What happened had a huge impact on me. What if I got cheated again? What if I trusted the wrong person again? So then I found myself, 26 years old man, without a job, with no fixed monthly salary, no income whatsoever. How am I going to get through this? It's too hurting to describe that phase in my life, and to say that it was devastating. It feels like understatement. At that time, when my life was hitting rock bottom, I received hundreds of comments from people on my social media. They all went, "Oh Adam, look how happy you are now. I'm so jealous with you. I wish I could replace my life with yours." Be careful with what you wish for. All they're seeing and judging based on the few posts they've seen on my social media, all they're seeing are the greener grass on my side. They're wishing for something without knowing the ugly side of the story. So after losing myself for quite a while, I finally came to my sense that when I go through tough times, all I have to do is to brace myself and keep my feet wet. I have to keep my focus and don't let anything to distract me from it. So I push myself back on track. Using the very last bit of my savings, I signed up for a culinary course in Le Cordon Bleu, London. My mind was all set up for it. I could visualize how happy and exciting my life would be in London. I planned to stay in London. My life is going to be great. That's what I planned. But as I relive over that exciting plans in my mind, I got the news that my sister, who lives in Birmingham, had fallen seriously ill. My sister and I were very close. And that news was so devastating for me. My sister has 3 kids, a 2-year-old daughter, Fatima, a 1-year-old son, Ali, and then an eldest son who just turned 10 at that time. My sister, she couldn't barely move and needed assistance to live her daily life. So my brother-in-law had to sell his business just to take care of my sister for almost 24/7. When I made those plans initially, I didn't know that God had already written something else for me. Due to my sister's condition, I decided not to sign up for a full course in Le Cordon Bleu. Rather, I signed up for a course that didn't require me to sit on classes every day. So I could stay with my sister and help my brother-in-law with the kids. So I have to travel from Birmingham to London every other day. I have to take train at 5:30 in the morning and then take bus. And then I have to walk for another 20 minutes to my college. Sometimes I just had a set of tuna sandwich for the whole day because I have to rush to class and catch a train back to Birmingham at night. I normally reach home only after midnight. And I could see my sister lying on a couch, see tears coming out from her eyes every time she got the attack. My heart fell into pieces. My sister and my little niece Fatima would sleep with me for 6 months. She is lactose intolerant and allergic to cow's milk. So she would wake up crying every night because she couldn't bear her itchy skin, eczema, swollen eyes, everything. So I have to put lotion on her body, give her massage until she could fall asleep again. Then I can only continue sleeping. I spend most of my time with the kids just to cheer them up. You can say I've become more like a second father to all 3 of them. Those sweet memories have been captured on my Instagram. And again, I received hundreds and hundreds of comments saying, "Oh, look at their beautiful family. Oh, Adam, your life is so smooth. You're studying in London now. That must be exciting. You're so lucky." Luck. That's what I need. So yes, again, all they're saying are the shiny grass on my side. For them, my grass is greener than theirs. For them, my life is full of rainbows and unicorns. Remember, there's always 2 sides to a coin. There's always a dark side to a story. It's just that it's hidden from the surface. So don't compare your life with other people, because you don't know what's going on in their life. If you're having tough times, other people would have their own tough times too. So after 6 months being with my sister in the UK, I returned to Malaysia. It was really hard for all of us, but life must go on. My sister is not fully recovered until now, but things slowly get better for them. Throughout it all, I always hoped that one day all my hard work would pay off, and eventually it did. I didn't know when it happened exactly, but I witnessed it is happening right in front of my eyes. Everything fall into place. My life journey has taught me that no one lives a perfect life. You can have plans in life. Sometimes it turns out to be the way you expected, but some other times it turns out to be not the way you plan at all. It turns out to be the opposite. And when that happens, don't go and compare your life with other people. Always think twice before envying people on social media. Think twice to wish to have what they have. Because you never know the real story behind each extravagant post. Everything has its own behind-the-scenes story, which sometimes is not as beautiful as it seems. You don't know how hard they work. You don't know how many failures they face in life. You don't know how many sacrifices they had to make in order to achieve what they have now. So how do you train your brain to think differently? How to avoid this greener grass syndrome? Start by instilling your thinking with 3 healthy ways. I call it the 3D solution. Don't compare, don't compete, don't complain. Do not compare yourself with other people. Do not compete with others unnecessarily. Do not complain about what is lacking in your life. Such action come about because you're feeling dissatisfied with your own life. Hence you start to look out on the other side of the fence and believe that the grass is greener over there. You think that people over there are above you. They live life happier than you, and you believe that God has made their life much easier than you. That's not true at all. Don't let social media hallucinate you. If you ever find yourself stranded in the land of social media, quickly pull yourself back up. Because you'll find nothing but a mirage which eventually lead to frustration. People graduated at 21, but you receive your degree after 25. That is okay. People study the same course till the end, but you change it halfway. Why not? People get a job at 23, but you're still unemployed and live with your parents. What is wrong with that? People live a wealthy lifestyle, but you still take bus to college. What is so shameful about it? People get 100 likes on Instagram in just 10 minutes, but you have to wait for 2 days just to get 20 likes. So what? People post extravagant photos on Instagram, but yours looks so horrible. Oh, come on. Are you getting fined from it? So why do you have to feel that the grass is never greener on your side? That is simply because you choose to see it that way. That the greener grass on that side of the fence is simply your own imagination. If you take time to water your own grass, it will be just as green. So I invite you to stop thinking that the grass is greener over there, because it never really is. Thank you.
I'm actually amazed. Thank you so much, Adam. Can we clap again for Adam, please? Thank you so much. It's such an inspiring story.